Hey folks, Dave back here, and gonna continue on my game here between the Minnesota. I was gonna say Minnesota North Stars. That's how tired I am. The Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here in 1976. Again, I'm pretty excited about this game. I really do like this game, as you can tell. As Gary stops by, thanks for coming by, Gary. And what do I want to say here? Oh, yeah. So today was my last day of broadcasting for the season. So I should be back to a normal schedule with the show as well as the channel. It'll be sad, but it will be nice to not have to work, 29 out of 30 days a month. So I just kind of took a nap on the couch after dinner. Now I'm going to play some football tonight. I don't know how far I'll go tonight. Who knows? Maybe I'll finish the game and we'll finish this up at midnight. I don't know. I go real slow with this game, and that's going to be the topic for our show this week. Is what do you want out of a game? That's kind of what we're going to be talking about. All righty, so I get my little things set up here so I don't get the glare on them. And here we go. So what I did is I've been using my little. You can see this is the new one here, and this is the ones from the first quarter and the second quarter. So I need to put third quarter over here. And what I'm doing is just keeping an eye on the time, the team, and everything. So if I want to, I can go back through this for the first half, even for the first, the whole game, and find out what happened. I can, and what's neat about this game, I don't know if I have them handy here. I don't. Is that they each season comes with sheets you can print out to put all the stats in. So in theory, I could not only do this, I could go back and fill in my stats, and I could tell you, how McNeil did for the Buccaneers, and how Rashad did, and Foreman did for the Vikings, and tell you, how many passes and how many rushing attempts and the whole bit. And I could get full game stats because I'm playing the full game right here. Is what I'm doing. But for right now, we'll just get back to some gameplay. I want to, thank Grant. I had a ton more questions, and so he answered them all. He's been really good with that. I've been asking him a ton of questions, and Grant's been really good about getting back to me and not thinking I'm a pain in the neck, All righty. So again, I'm gonna do a video maybe tomorrow. I might do a video, and what I want to do is I want to talk about the team cards. All right, I want to go over that. I want to go over the solitaire charts here, then maybe even the cards here. I want to talk a little bit about them, so explain them. So in case anybody's wondering about how to play this game or what's going on, I thought, and Grant's done some good videos, but I thought it'd be kind of fun if I did my own. And, again, you can never have enough tutorial videos because someone's always going to say something a little different, and you might pick up on it, It's kind of how I always say what I always say. And so all right, so let's go here. So it's 17-7 Minnesota. So what happened in the first half, you say? Well, I'm going to tell you what happened in the first half. Minnesota went up 7-0 on a 4-yard TD catch from Jim Lash. I was not aware of Jim Lash, but Jim Lash got a 4-yard TD pass, and it was 7-0. On the very next possession, the Buccaneers took the kickoff to the 36-yard line after an incomplete pass to McNeil. McNeil caught an intermediate pass for 16 yards to get it to the Minnesota 48. And then on a crazy deep ball, Steve Spurrier found Morris Owens for a 48-yard TD catch. And that was something else. I wish I had that one on the tape here because that was a fantastic play. Once in a lifetime play for that to happen. And it was 7-7. Then later on, Minnesota drove down right at the start of it was later in the second quarter. It was a medium pass to McClanahan, but we checked down to Foreman for 3 yards. So it was a first and goal to 3, and they checked down to Foreman for 3 yards. So Chuck Foreman caught the TD pass. And then they drove down again, and right at the end of the half, Fred Cox hit a 22-yard field goal. So that's what it was. So it was actually, it's 76. We got 3 touchdown passes. All touchdowns were passes. All right, let's see what we can do here. So I got some more answers to questions. I was asking a bunch of questions, so I'm going to try to incorporate all those answers into my game here tonight. So let's just play. All right, so we got to go to the kickoff right now, and Tampa Bay is kicking off. So what I like to do is roll all of these. All righty, so we got 8, 19, and 16, and then we're going to flip here. All right, so we don't have any kind of penalty or anything like that, fumble. All right, so an 8. So Dave Green will kick this one off. And an 8's going to be 61 yards. So he kicks that to the 4-yard line. So the player, Green, kicks that to the 4-yard line. My player is going to be 16 on the kickoff, and that's going to be Sammy White. So Sammy White will field it at the 4, and a 19 is really good. A 19 on a kick return for Sammy White is 32 yards minus 3, so 29 yards. So plus 29-yard return, and that ends up on the 33-yard line. So Minnesota will start here. And I always take 15 seconds off. Again, I kind of use my own timing method right now. I'm still playing around with the timing. But Minnesota will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line as Appa 66er comes by. I've been talking to him. We might have some special Appa show coming up. I'm going to hopefully talk to a couple of my favorite Appa people, if you will, as I'm still anxiously waiting my Appa football game. I can tell I'm in a football mood. I have this one here. I have Appa coming in, and there's another football game that I need to get here on the channel as well. So we're going to be playing some football here in the spring. Usually you play football in fall. But anyway. All right. So again, how you play this, or how I play this game, is roll 2 dice. I'm going to look at my chart here. I'm on the run more chart. And the first die is going to tell me what, and the second die is going to tell me who. And then we're going to start flipping cards here. So if you, 20. All right. Well, if I look here, 1st and 10 to 20, we're going deep. Tarkenton's going deep, and he's going deep to 16. Usually you want to have a low number here. That's usually a better, guys. So we're looking deep for Bob Grimm. And his catch rating is about the same. It's a 31. Sammy White would have been the best. But Bob Grimm is going deep on the play. So Tarkenton going back to pass. Bob Grimm flying down the left side. And here comes some pressure, and it's going to be on the quarterback, right? So if it's on the quarterback, we look at the quarterback sack rating, and that is 1 to 4, and we add Tampa Bay rush +1, so it's a 1 to 5. Here comes the pressure, 1 to 5. No, he eludes the pressure, and he's going to launch this one down the field, okay? And the long pass, so we got no adjustment on the pass. So let's see if he's going to make the catch. So it's going to be a 31. Bob Grimm, can he make the catch at a 31? No, he overthrows him, and that will be incomplete. All right, so we're going to go, so that was a deep pass for Grimm, and that one's going to be incomplete. And so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for Minnesota on the 33-yard line. And that's all there is to this game most of the time is you roll dice. Well, I like to use the solitaire charts to figure out what's what. And then you roll to see, like I say, roll to see what the play is, who, and then you start flipping cards. You can call your own plays if you want. That's the beauty of some of these games here, and including this one, is just you want to call your own play, call your own play. It's all good. All right, so we have an 11 now and a 2nd down here. And I'm only going to point this out once in a while just so you can see what I'm looking at here. So we have an 11 on 2nd and 10. So that's going to be an intermediate pass. So it's going to be an intermediate pass and 4 on my chart. I'll show you this one time, and then we'll go back to its normal play. So again, 1 to 20. And I'm going to do a rundown of all the cards here and show you what's what. But an intermediate pass, I rolled a 4. And so it's going to be Ahmad Rashad. And that's it. That's all. So now I have my play and I have my player. So Ahmad Rashad. So what I do for my own thing, because I talk a lot and I get lost, especially when I'm keeping track of things. So now I use this here to write down in distance. I write down, what the play is, who's going to get it. So if I ever forget, I have it all written down, and I do forget. All righty, so intermediate pass for Rashad. Oh, we got a possible penalty here. And now I do the penalties at the end, and I'll tell you why. And I know that if it's a false start, you do all this for nothing. So I do get that. My thing is that if it's not a false start, then you kind of spoiled at the end of the play. You know when you're watching football and it's like all the stuff happens, you're like, yeah, then the flag, and they call it back, and it just deflates you. That's why I like to flip the penalty last. But I'm still working on procedures here. Excuse me. So it's a possible penalty. So now I need to, and there's nothing else going on here. So it's going to be intermediate pass. That intermediate pass to Rashad is a 69, and a 69 is he? No, he doesn't have the star, so it's not an automatic catch. So Buccaneers trying to get their hand on it. So a P, I roll a D20 against the pass deflection, right? Pass deflection range on a P, and the pass deflection range is 1 to 11. So let's see, Buccaneers trying to get a hand on this, 1 to 11, and yes, they do. So they knock it away from Ahmad Rashad, but we need to check the flag. So that pass was incomplete. Let's check the flag. So it's a pass, and it's going to be pass interference at the point of the foul. So I do need to go back to this card here. Well, no, it's incomplete. So how do I solve this here? Oh, so I know what I'm going to do here. So we're gonna play this as complete. So an intermediate pass for Rashad is a 40, and a 40 would be 7 yards. So that's what we're going to do. So it's going to be pass interference, flag, and it's 7 yards. All righty. So the flag is on the Buccaneers. It's pass interference on Rashad at the spot of the foul, which is 7 yards. I think that's how it's done, right? Yep. So on the spot, I think that's where it goes, right on the spot of the foul there. And so that's going to be a first down. All righty. So 14-15 to go, Minnesota. That's going to be a 1st and 10, and we had 7 yards. So that's the 40-yard line, and that's where we go. As P-Jet comes by, thanks for coming by. As Doug comes by as well, P-Jet. Anton Baker, it looks like you're really loving this game. Shame I'm 6 hours ahead of you in the UK. I'd watch it all night. But you got to go to work. Yeah, no, I hear. I was up all night the other night. I was watching some people play all night. It's like, it was fun. I just put it on and listened in bed. And David C says he's getting his set up for 1955. Yeah, he just released 1955, right? So yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh, do you know what I was gonna do that I forgot to do? It'll take away the screen though. But I could do this if you wanted to. Oh. I'm gonna put up the scoreboard. So that's the score right there. Although it's going to take away my gameplay, so I'm only going to put that up once in a while. So that's the score: 17-7, Minnesota in the third. So let me hide that and go back to my comments. So maybe once in a while I'll put that up. I forgot that it's going to override a lot of my screen, so I'd have to set up a new screen to do that. And I don't know if I want, unless I could I edit the screen? Edit the layout? I could slide that up. How about that? No, it didn't work. I thought I was going to slide it up. It didn't work. Oh, well, we tried. All right, so let me put my things back over here. I just got 3 new seasons. Grant sent me 83, 90, and 2018, I think I got. I got to go back and double check, but I think that's what I got. So I got 3 new seasons for this game I'm really excited about. And I will be talking more about those when we talk on the podcast tomorrow that we're going to hopefully record. All right, so we got a first down for the Vikings on their own 40-yard line here early in the third quarter. Oh, boy, we're going deep again to 3. No, this is going to be good. So now we're going to send Ahmad Rashad deep. All right, so Ahmad Rashad going deep. Defensive pressure coming. So on defensive pressure, there's 2 kinds of pressure here. So now I roll a D20 on the range, and that's only a 1 to 6, so it's not that good. So here we go. Oh, but they're going to check down, though. All right, so there's no pressure, but they are going to check down. So he doesn't have Rashad deep. So he's going to check down, and we're checking down to 6. So we're going to check down to a short pass to Stu Voigt. All right, Stu Voigt checking down, and it's an 80 minus 10, so it's a 70. A 70. And we got to check for the pass deflection. Is it deflected or not? Tampa Bay trying to get a hand on it. And we check the pass deflection range, 1 to 11, and no, they just miss it. And that's going to be hauled in on the short pass. That will be complete to, what did we say it was? Stu Voigt, right? So he's got a 19 and a 19 to 2 yards. All right. So that was going to be deep pass to, I think we said it was Rashard, but we checked down to Voigt, and he gets 3 yards. All righty. So for 13:45 to go here, and 3 yards is going to be a 2nd and 7 on the 43. All right, so that's where we stand. So that was a check down. And what I'll do is I'll do a video on how I play. I'll get really tight in here and show everything, A bit of quick text football, just we need to relax a bit this afternoon. Yeah, it goes slow. And again, I'm learning it, so I'm not like banging it out, but I'm not trying to bang it out. I am. One thing about this game, and then I was watching some interviews with Grant and watching some of his videos, and he wanted to create a game that you really could get immersed into and feel that you were there. And that's what this does. And even though it takes a while to sort out the play, the whole time you're doing it, you just feel like, I don't know what the word is. It just feels like you're there watching it take place, even though it's slow laying it out, but it's just kind of fun. All right, and I'll tell you what I mean. So let's do this next play here. So I got a 5 and a 1. So it's a 2nd and 7. And a 2nd and 7 is going to be on a 1. I'm sorry, 5. 2nd and 7 is an inside run. All right, so this is kind of how I'm envisioning the play. And 1 is going to be Chuck Foreman. All right, so I got this all written down. Inside run to Chuck Foreman. So now I flip the card to see what happens on the inside run. Possible penalty. All righty, so we have a possible penalty. So there's no adjustment. All right, so sometimes when I read this here, that'll let me, okay, fumble on a return. There's no return. So it's a penalty here, and there's no adjustment. So what I like to do on this, if it's a plus or a minus, then that's when the defense either, quote, guessed correctly or didn't guess correctly, or somebody made a play or somebody slipped or whatever. So I play this out in my head. It's like hand off to Foreman. He's going to go up the middle. Foreman is a 44, and on a 44, he'll get 4 yards, but we have a flag. So Foreman goes for 4 yards. Let's check the flag. And that was going to run, and the run is on the offense, 10 yards. So it says an other penalty. So it could be, pretty much anything. So a 4-yard run is going to be called back as we got a 10-yard penalty and a flag. So I guess it, whatever 10-yard penalty you can have on offense, maybe holding, call it holding. So holding on the Vikings. So that's going to back them up. So Minnesota with the ball, and it's going to be 2nd and 17 now, back on the 33. So that's kind of where they started this whole drive. Pretty much was on the 33-yard line. So now we have a 2nd and 17. So now we roll again. And again, a lot of it's just common sense and football rules and stuff. And it's just, I take I'm like this one here, I'm taking my time and I'm enjoying it. I'm not in any hurry right now. At some point, I want to get a little bit quicker, but I am enjoying what I'm playing. All right, so we got a 2nd down and 17. So a 13 is going to be a medium pass. So it's going to be a medium pass to 12, and it's going to be Voigt. So we're going to try to get it to Voigt again. So Tarkenton going back to pass. He's looking for Voigt. He's going to check that down to a medium pass. So we're going to check it down, and we're going to check this one down to 6. Checking it down to Voigt. So Voigt makes a move. How I do this is that what I envision happening is Voigt was going long, couldn't get it. Tarkenton maybe scrambled. Voigt came back, so now it's going to be a short pass, and Tarkenton's kind of on the run, so it's going to affect him. So the short pass to Voigt is an 80 minus 10, because every check down you subtract. And, sorry, not this card. I want this card. Oh, my Buccaneer helmet just rolled around. Okay. So we get an 80 minus a 10 is a 70. That's complete to Voigt. And Voigt on the short pass of 19 will get 3.5 yards. So a check down to Voigt and medium pass, and that's 3.5 yards. So we played 2 minutes here, and now that's going to be a 2nd and 13.5. And they're going to be at the 36.5 yard line. And like I told you, I do like the half yards. It adds a little bit more thinking to the game, but it adds a lot more variety to the game. Things happen in half yards now. That was a brilliant idea. I love that idea. All righty. So we have now, let me see. It's a third down. My bad. 3rd down and 13.5. Oh, man. So I got a 15-13. So 3rd down and long. So we're going to go long pass this time to 13. So long pass to number 13, and that's going to be Sammy White. And he's got a star, by the way. So Sammy White. So Tarkenton on 3rd and long. Boy, this Buccaneer defense has been a thorn in the side. The 76 Buccaneer defense has been just something else. And, okay, we ignore that here. So we're looking around here. So there's no adjustments. All right, so no adjustments. So Sammy White on the long pass. Sammy White is a 51. And a 51 is complete. So White makes the catch on the long pass. Oh, he's a 104. And so it's going to be 27 yards plus 4. Because what you do is what Grant explained to me, is that if anything over 100 after adjustments or before adjustments, I should say when you're done adjusting, if there's any adjustment, you add that to this. So that 27 plus 4, 31 yards. So on the 3rd and 13.5, 31 yards, and that's a first down. So Minnesota comes up with it, 1st and 10 and 31 yards. Boy, so they're going to go into Buccaneer territory. So they'll be at the, let's see, so 67. That would be what, 33? So 32.5 yard line, if I'm not mistaken. So at the Tampa Bay 32.5 yard line. Okay, so this was all Minnesota. So now they're over midfield. So it's a 31-yard pass to Sammy White. So they get out of the hole. So a 3rd and 13 and more than 13. And Minnesota comes through on this young Buck defense. And like I say, Appa66, he did a terrific video for me. I don't know if he's still here watching. He did a terrific video for me on Appa Football. And so did Jason. And so I need to talk to both of them once I get it in and set it up and play. So we'll get some more football here on the channel. And it's going to be quite different than this because you're going to have all the individual cards rather than team cards and stuff. So it's going to be 2 different games to take a look at. All right, so I got a 1st and 10 right now. 7 is going to be off tackle. So I'm going to go off tackle run to 16 and McClanahan. All right, off tackle run to McClanahan. And no adjustments, no nothing. And McClanahan, off tackle run. He is a 27. And a 27. Oh, he hit at the line, no gain. The Buccaneers stand him up right at the line, and absolutely nothing going on that one. So Minnesota now with a 2nd and 10 on the Tampa Bay 32.5 yard line. So we got to do this again. And again, thanks to Joshua coming by, and Joshua, I should say, and Tony B. Hey, Dave, definitely going to pick this game up. Do you think cards provide enough randomness? I prefer a fact flipper, but it's not a deal breaker. Well, depends what you're looking for, which is going to be our show topic tomorrow. But as far as randomness goes, I'm rolling dice, and I'm looking at my solitaire chart, and that's giving me 4 different runs and 5 different passes. And I'm also rolling to see who I throw it to. So you can either do that for randomness, or you can pick your own. and there's a little formula in there in the directions about picking your own runners and passers and not overusing them in the whole bit. You can call any play you want. There's nothing saying that you can't call your own plays. I prefer to roll the dice. I'm getting, at least from what I've played, my 2 games that I played here, I'm getting plenty of randomness in my plays. Again, I got a deep pass for a touchdown. I thought that was fantastic. I'm getting the right amount of everything right now. And I know I'm only a couple games in, but I've been playing this for hours, following this out. I'm enjoying the heck out of this. I think I'm getting my money's worth. And like I say, that's why I got more seasons, so I can play more of this. But I'm enjoying the heck out of this. All right, so we got a 2nd and 10 right now after the 0-yard gain or no gain. And on 2nd and 10, we're going to go, wow, they want to keep it on the ground. Inside run. And on 10, that's going to be to Foreman. So they're going to keep it on the ground. They're going to bring the big boy, number 44, Chuck Foreman. Inside run. Nothing going on here. And Foreman, being a 44, he'll pick up 4 yards. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 6. Yep. And that's going to go to the Tampa Bay 28.5-yard line. So they're inching towards field goal range, referencing the results in game action cards more than the player selection. Yeah, because you're checking for pressure, you're checking for fumbles and penalties. I think there is. I mean, every now and then there's no modifications and you just go straight up. So it's kind of neat. There's a lot happening here. And that's why I'm playing it slow and I'm going through the rule book all the time and I'm slowly learning different parts of the game. I personally think there is. And Napa says he doesn't think it's going to be much. Of course you are. Of course you're going to be a lot of help. You played this game up. That's why I bought it, because I was watching you, and you made it look so easy, But so we'll talk. We'll get together. We'll talk APA football, and we'll have some fun talking APA football. I think I want to play a little bit, though, before we get together and talk, so at least I can experience a little bit, and then I can ask questions. And I liked how you played it, how you were like nice and smooth and nice and easy, and that's what I want to do. Because I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the pace of this, and I want to do the same with APA. The only thing is I'll have all those cards. That's why I was kind of wondering how you set it up, and then Jason did a setup video, and they're kind of similar. So I at least have an idea what I should do. All right, so we got a 3rd and 6 right now on the Tampa Bay 28.5-yard line. So 3rd and 6. I got a 15 and medium pass on that one. So we're going to go medium pass. And we're going to go medium pass. His primary target is going to be Jim Lash again. I think. No, Bob Grimm. Sorry, Bob Grimm. Looking at the wrong chart. So Bob Grimm is going to square out here on 3rd and 6. And on a medium pass or more, we have some pressure coming. And it's going to be on the defense. So on the defensive pressure, we roll the 20-sided die on the pass rush. And that's only 1-6. So Tampa bringing the heat, but it's not a lot of heat. And they get him though. They roll the 6. So Tarkenton is flushed out. So he's got the pressure now, and a 20. So Tarkenton's going to take off. So Tarkenton's going to run. So they're going to get pressure on him. It's going to be a QB run. So Tarkenton's going to take off. And he's going to be a 16 so they force him to the outside, and they're going to push him probably out of bounds. It doesn't say out of bounds, but he's a 17, and he'll get 5 yards on the scramble. How about that? So Tarkenton, running for his life, will pick up 5 yards. So we got a decision to make now, folks. So they flushed him out, but Tarkenton, with his scrambling ability, has now made this a 4th and 1 on the Tampa Bay 23.5-yard line. Now they're looking over at Fred Cox, and they're saying this is going to be a 40-yard attempt. So he's 1 for 8. 1 for 8. Or do we go with it on 4th and 1? I think we're going to go for it. and I'm going to call my play. Oh, but I do got to do one thing, though. And this is one thing that I've been using, that I've been enjoying, was my little chart here. Okay. This is what's fun about this game. All these little adjustments here. And Tony B says, yeah, season ticket. Nice. I'm going to hit your wallet again. I know. That's what we do. But we have fun. This is our hobby. This is what we do. And yeah, so he was just saying that he sold him on season ticket. I need to get back to that. I love season ticket. Again, I like all these games. It's just I don't have the time to play them all, but hopefully I will now. And Jason's videos are pretty good. Yeah, yep. He plays his own stuff, a little house rule stuff. So I'm interested in that too. All right, so here's a little thing here that I like to use is the short yardage chart. So this is basically on fourth down and on goal line play. So if I'm looking at here a 1, I got some minuses coming up because the defense is expecting some short things. So let's go with this here. So we're gonna go on an inside run to Foreman. I'm just gonna call it. So on 4th and 1, we're gonna go inside to Foreman. We're gonna let the big boy bust it through. All right. So I don't even need the roll. I'm calling the play as the coach. Okay. So Foreman, and because of my my short yardage situation of 1, our run is going to be -10. So I know that going in, but still, I got to be fair here. So -10 on Foreman. So Foreman inside is a 44. Now he's a 34. Oh my gosh, the Bucs. See, this is what's kind of neat about this game here. So I got a -12 on my inside run. Bucket. So again, when I talk about envisioning the play and visualizing the play, Buccaneers stack it up, get penetration. They're going to get him in the backfield, and let's see if he can bounce off of that or what's going to happen. So he was a -10 because of the short yardage. So on 4th and 1, he's a 34. -12 is a 22. So Foreman is basically cut in half from a 44 to a 22, and is a chance for a fumble. Oh, this is just getting good now. All right, Foreman, the Buccaneers bringing it, trying to stuff him on 4th and 1. They get him behind the line, a 22. He's going to get 3 yards. He's going to trip forward, and he will get the first down. However, there's a flag. So they get him in the backfield, but Foreman, using his strength, plows forward to get 3 yards. Let's check the flag, the fumble, though. Let's check the fumble. And Foreman fumble is 1-5. So here we go. And he fumbles the ball. Chuck Foreman hitting the backfield, races forward, gets 3 yards, fumbles the ball. So because it was the running back fumbling, we roll for the recovery on Tampa Bay, which is 1-10. So 1-10, Tampa Bay will recover, and Tampa Bay recovers the fumble. So Foreman gets the first down. He's hit. The ball comes out. It's a fumble. And now on a fumble, defense recovered D20 on the chart to see how far they go. All right, so it's scooped up by the Tampa defense, and that's going to be a 9. And on the fumble return chart of 9, that is going to fall on it. So what a turn of events. So Foreman gets the first down, but fumble. He fumbles the ball, and Tampa Bay, first down, will get the ball. So it's on the 20.5-yard line. So that's where the drive stalls right there. So at the, we're going to go 10.5. So Tampa Bay ball, 1st and 10 on their own, just outside the 20-yard line. So again, the going for it on 4th down, I'm a riverboat gambler, and it just hasn't worked out for me. Every time I go for it, even in the New England Buffalo game, it didn't work out. But that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it fun. Is there a flipper for Quick Text Football in the Lewis research? Yes, Ron did find one. I think he said he found one. I like to use that once in a while. I am loving the dice and card combination here. And it would probably look better on the stream to have the Lewis Research flipper up here, but I am really enjoying this bare bones setup that I have right now with just the paper going and not a lot of visuals, because I'm visualing this in my head. Again, it's like they got him behind the line of scrimmage. He goes forward. Oh, he gets the first down, but he's hit, coughs up the ball. Tampa Bay recovers. And I know it took a long time to resolve that play, but I just envisioned that in my head, and it was so fun. So the Buccaneers with the ball. And so we're going to swap out our die, and we're going to go with the Tampa Bay die. I need to get orange die with white. I'm going to have to hunt around and get some orange dice with white. And I bought these orange ones because I knew I'd be playing Tampa Bay someday, so I probably bought these years ago, but they didn't have the white. All right, so Buccaneer ball. That was a 2 and a 1, by the way. So first down. Going to be inside run to their top guy, Carter. All right, so Carter's going to get the handoff on the 20-yard line. And an inside run there. And I don't do the reviews, so I'm ignoring review. A 0. So no adjustment. So Carter being a 31. And he's going to add 2 to the next one. So Carter busts forward, spins, and he'll get 1.5 and 2. So 3.5 yards. So 3.5 yards for Carter. Nice little run there. And so we got 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tampa Bay ball. And first and 6.5 on the Tampa Bay 24. All right, so Buccaneer ball. That's the second down. Second down and 6.5, it should be. Here we go. And I think Tony says he's going to be playing the On the Turf version. And his ad plans to add that to Andy's page as well. Okay. That's the bigger version. That's the one you need the spreadsheet for, I think. I haven't looked into that yet. I'm still kind of enjoying this one right here, so I'm going to stick with this one for a while. It's a 18 and a 7. Second and 6.5, 18. They're going to go long pass. Oh, boy. Getting adventurous. I don't know why this Buccaneer team wants to get adventurous. And going long to 7 is going to be Morris Owens. All righty, so Spurrier gets the play in from John McKay. And he says, I want you to go deep to Owens again. So here we go. Long pass to Owens. Possible interception here. And let's see if Owens can make the catch on a 38. And incomplete. It goes off the hands of Owens, but we need to see if it's an interception or not. So the interception is 1-5. And it's intercepted. It's off the hands of Owens and intercepted by the Vikings. And so on the interception, I think on an interception, it's picked off at the catch, right? Right? Yep. Let me see here. Interception is when that right. Intercept the ball at the yardage number for the intended pass. All righty. Okay. Yep, that's what I figured. All right, so we got to figure out where that catch would have occurred. So he went long to Owens. That's a 96. That's a 96. So that's 23 yards. So that was thrown to the 47-yard line. So 23 yards intercepted at the 47-yard line. So the Vikings pick off the ball at the 47, and an 8 on an interception return is no yard. So they'll go out of bounds right there. So Minnesota intercepts the ball. So each team with a turnover. So the Vikings fumble. Tampa goes 2 plays, and they are picked off. And so it's going to be Minnesota ball now. So we're going to go 9.5. Again, I'm kind of just making up the times here. So first and 10 on the Tampa 47 for Minnesota. So the Buccaneers getting a little greedy there, and it didn't pay off as the equalizer comes by. And it looks and sounds awesome. It is. It's great. Surprising no reviews on BGG. We're going to have to get one up there, equalizer. Yes, we will, as Charles comes by as well. I'm having a blast with this game. I couldn't play last night because I was just too damn tired from another 14-hour day yesterday. But today I only had one game. My season ended today for the broadcast schedule, so I'm kind of done with that for the most part, unless I get a stray playoff game or festival over the summer. But so I'll have more time to play here and have some fun. Oh, you prodded the creator to get an entry over there. Nice, nice. All right, so Viking ball here on the Tampa 47, 1st and 10, and we have a 4 and a 15. So on 1st and 10, that's going to be an inside run for the Vikings, and to 15, it's going to be McClanahan. So McClanahan on the inside run. Oh, he finds a hole. Here's the 30 there. So McClanahan finds a hole on the inside run. So his 30 turns into a 40, and he'll pick up 5 yards and go out of bounds. So 5 yards from McClanahan. Oh, out of bounds on a OT. So that's not out of bounds. All righty. I'm slowly starting to use the out of bounds things over here. So we'll go down to 9 minutes. Minnesota ball. And we said 5 yards. It's going to be a 2nd and 5 on the Tampa 42 for the Vikings. This game is so relaxing, by the way. It really is. It might not be fun to watch where you guys are, but if you're playing this game, it's so relaxing just kind of doing it like this and just kind of not worrying about graphics. And, I was going to use a Tom Milne helper, which I probably will at some point, but this here is just kind of fun. So I can see where things are. And if I want to plug it in after, I can go plug it in after. In fact, I actually could, when I'm done this, I could actually pull up the helper and just put in all these stats one after another, and get my stats for the game. So that way I wouldn't have to do it here and then there at the same time, and then they'd be taking forever to play. All right, so it's going to be a 2nd and 5. Vikings on the Tampa 42-yard line, leading 17-7 here in my expansion game. I think it was Gandalf that wanted Tampa Bay in Minnesota. I said, yeah, that'd be a good idea. 2nd and 5 is going to be a 15. It's going to be an intermediate pass. So intermediate pass to 11 is going to be Voigt again. So they want to keep going back to the Stu Voigt guy. All right, intermediate pass to Voigt. We had 5 to the passing yards. Intermediate pass to Voigt, and Voigt's intermediateness is the 37. And that has a chance. Buccaneers going to try to knock it away. So we're going to go deflection range, which is 1 to 11. Can they knock it away? Yes, they do. They knock it away from Voigt right before he hauled it in. Good play by the Buccaneer defense. And that pass is incomplete. And like I said, the visuals I get in my head when I play this game it's just so fun. So 3rd and 5 on the Tampa 42-yard line now for the Vikings. Remember last time they drove it down to the 20 and they fumbled on the play. So I have a 6 and 11 on 3rd and 5. And they're going to go outside run. They want to keep it on the ground here. Maybe they're thinking 2-down territory. And who's going to get the outside run on an 11? Foreman. Chuck Foreman. I'm going to give it a 44 again. So Chuck Foreman, they're going to try to redeem that fumble. Chuck Foreman on the outside is a 40. And, oh boy, we might have a fumble on the snap. Let's check here for the fumble before we do anything. So Tarkinen takes a snap, juggles it as he tries to hand it off. And 9 is, no, his fumble's a 1 to 3. So he does not fumble. So he gets the handoff away. And, the Buccaneers are going to stuff it. They're going to try to stuff it. So we go to my run stuff. Where's my run stuff? There's my run stuff. Roll a D12 against a defensive run rating, 1 to 3. No, they don't. So they stack him up at the line, but he bounces out. So Foreman bounces outside. No fumble. Run stuff was avoided. Penalties only for Canadian games. So this all goes by the board. So that way I don't have to remember that. So Foreman bounces outside. And he's a 40 and 2 yards. Oh boy. 2 yards. So Minnesota has another decision to make here, as it's going to be 4th and 3 from the Tampa 40-yard line. And I think we're going to punt. I think we're going to punt and trying to pin him deep. So if I'm at the 40, and I'm going to bring in my punter, Neil Clabo, I could probably do, well, if I go to a short punt, I'll kick it 34 to 39. So that'll drop it inside the 10. So yeah, we're going to do a shorter punt. All right. So we're going to reference, or do I want to do punt to corner? I don't know if I want to do punt to corner. No, we're going to go with the pooch punt. All right, we're going to go with the pooch punt. All right. And we apply the roll of the pooch punt cell as well. Okay. And so they're going to follow the normal return, I believe. Oh, it's a possible 1 to 10 on a fumble check. Yikes. Well, let's just ride it out here. So let's see. All right, so we're gonna roll the 1 to 12. So we're gonna go with the pooch punt. All right, we're gonna go with the pooch punt. There we go. And it's a 5. So on my pooch punt from the 40-yard line, Neil Cabo is gonna hit that one 36 yards. So 36 yards plus -4. So -4. So 32 yards. So he's going to kick that to the 8 at the 8-yard line. Now, what do the Buccaneers want to do? We're going to go. If we could try to let it roll, but it's not going to roll 8 yards. That's for sure. So he's got it at the 8. We're going to do Then okay, is there a flag or a penalty? So I'm going to say normal return. Penalty north, nothing else. Okay, so we're going to do a normal return. So let's see who's going to get the return here. So back deep for the Buccaneers is 2. It's going to be Manfred Moore. So Moore catches it at the 8, and he's just going to have a normal punt return here. That's what's going to happen. And 18, that's a good roll for a punt return. And that'll be 13 yards. So he'll get that up. 13-yard return. So he'll get that to the 21-yard line. All right, so Tampa Bay ball. 1st and 10 on the Tampa Bay 21-yard line after that's all said and done. So the pooch punt kind of worked. He dropped it inside the 10, but a nice move by Moore, and he'll bring that out to the 21-yard line. That's a first down. All right, here we go. All right, so we got 8 minutes to go in the third. And again, our score here is Minnesota 7 and Minnesota 17, Tampa Bay 7. All righty. And so here we go now. 1st and 10, a 15 and a 10. And so we're going to go intermediate pass. Intermediate pass for the Buccaneers to 10 is going to be Carter. All right, Spurrier takes a snap. Oh, it's a bad snap. Spurrier in some trouble here. And he's going to fumble the ball. Spurrier fumbles the snap. Now, the offense rolls to see if they recover. So Spurrier, actually, I don't even need these anymore, so I'll roll the Tampa dice. 1 to 10. And Tampa does recover it. So what's going to happen now on the recovery here? So we're going to roll the dice. I'm going to roll this here, flips. So no, they just fall on it. So that's a bad snap. So I think that's a minus. On a bad snap, I think it's minus. Oh, no, let's see. Let's see. I had that highlighted here. Okay. Bad snap. During the pass play, we roll. See if it's a fumble. It is. See how many yards behind the line of scrimmage. So 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He picks it up, and there's no return. Yep. Let me see. Offense gets the ball. Oh, I didn't know this was optional here. Okay. Optional if offense recovers. All right, let's do that. Let's do the optional bad snap roll. Okay. So we got a 6. There is no return. Okay. I like that. So if that's instead of the other one there, I kind of like that. Because now you can use the return chart. You can do a no return. You can pick up the ball, make a pass. Or he can kind of try to make a pass. I like that. I like that other rule there. All right, so fumble -2 yards. All righty, so Tampa Bay has a first and a 2nd and 12 now after the fumble on the 19-yard line. So that didn't go too well. Butterfingers here, the old ball coach having a tough day, says Appa 66er. Yes, he does. And I have someone who was supposed to trade with me, and I'm going to trade for his 1976 Apple football season. So we'll see if that happens. But if it does, yeah, I could have a 76 here as well. So could have a fun time playing this in Appa too. All right, so we got a 2nd and 12 after the fumble, but luckily Spurrier jumped on the ball immediately, right behind the line of scrimmage. So we got a 3 and a 20. So on a 2nd and 12, they're going to go inside run. They just want to keep it on the ground, nice and simple. And they're going to hand it to Jimmy DeBose, who we've called his number a couple times today. So they're going to bring in some backup guys here now. Jimmy DeBose inside is a 32. No modification, so it's just going to be a 32, and a 32 will be 4.5 yards. Respectable for Jimmy. 4.5 yards. So Tampa Bay. So 3rd down and 7.5 on the 23.5-yard line. So where are we now? 3rd and 7.5. 3rd and 7.5. I got a 10 and a 19. So 3rd and 7.5. 10's going to be medium pass. And 19 on the medium pass is going to be Johnson. So they want to go to Essex Johnson. All righty. So let's see what happens here on the play. Essex Johnson. Medium pass is a 47. And they got some pressure coming. Here come the Vikings. +2 on the pressure. And the pressure is the rushing range, which is, oh boy, 1 to 12. Plus 1 to 14. Here comes the pressure. Yeah. They're going to force him out. So Spurrier has to scramble a 3, and he is sacked. Spurrier is sacked. And I think we roll this for the sack rating, right? So on the pressure, if he is sacked, let me just double check here. He is sacked. Then we roll. I think it's the 1 to 12 that we roll if he's sacked. Hang on, I just want to double check here. I'm doing a double clutch here. Sack, roll a 1, roll a D12. That's how. Yep. I just wanted to double check that. So they're going to get him on 3rd and 7.5. They're going to get him 8 yards behind the line. So it's going to be a sack -8 yards. So the Buccaneers now are really looking like expansion teams now, going backwards in the last couple of drives. So it's going to bring up a 4th and over 15 back on the Tampa Bay 15.5-yard line, and they will have to kick this one away just like that. So here comes the full kick now. I'm going to roll our dice. So this is what we got. I didn't check. Damn it! I knew I screwed that up. So let's check to see if there's any flags or fumbles on the play. Odd play. What do you think? Let's go with it. Let's go with the odd play. Right? So we're going to roll our dice here. We got an odd play and a punt. Why am I rolling 1 to 11? I'm rolling a 12. Okay, that was a 14, I think. So we're going to roll the Tampa 12 here. Oh, we could have a rare play, too. Do I have rare plays on the chart? Where are the rare plays? Oh, I'd have to go find my rare play. All right, so here we go. On the punt, Dave Green back. Again, you talk about variety. Here's some variety right here. Dave Green, if the situation is favorable, return team tries to block the punt. This changes a block punt on a D20 from 1 to 2 to 1 to 6, but you also may modify the D20 for a return -6. Return team tries to block the punt. This changes a block punt on a D20 from 1 to 2 to 1 to 6. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Okay. I think I got it. You also may modify the D20 for a return -6. All right. So they're going to try to block the punt. It changes a block punt on a 1 to 2 to a 1 to 6. All right. So here they come. So now, from what I gather, there's two ways to block a punt. One is by flipping a card and getting a pressure roll on long plus. And the other way is to go for it. And if you go for the block punt, a 1 or a 2, it's blocked. I think that's kind of a high block punt, but we're going to try to block it. And on this one here, it's a 1 to 6. And you also modify the D20 for the return by -6. All right, so a 1 to 6. So here come the Vikings, right? On a block punt. I think it's 1 to 20. It has to be 1 to 20 on a block punt. Yeah. 1 to 20. So a 1 to 6. Here they come. Vikings are coming. Dave Green takes the snap. A little bit of everything here in this video, folks. Again, I'm learning because I haven't done the block punt. There's so much to this game, and I got to keep referring to the rule book. Here comes the punt. A 1 to 6 is blocked. No, he gets it away. Woo! So Green gets it away. They were coming from, but now the return is going to be a -6 if they do the return. So he gets it away. Green on the 13 is going to be 41 yards on the punt. So 41 yards, and that'll carry to the. So if I'm at the 15, 41 yards is going to be the 56.5-yard line. So that would be the 42. Is that right? So I have 56.5 minus 100 is 43.5. So it's going to go to the 43.5-yard line. And that 7, it's not fair caught. So it's going to be on the punt return. It's going to be Willis. What you talking about, Willis? So Willis back. So the Vikings couldn't get the punt, but we're going to subtract 6 from this because they tried to block it. And so basically it's going to be a 1 on the punt return. And that'll be, -4 yards. Woo! So the Buccaneers get the kickoff. He's back there alone. He goes -4 yards on the return. And that's going to end up, if I'm correct here, on the Viking 39.5-yard line. All righty. So that's how that went. But that was a crazy little sequence. All right. So Minnesota ball, 1st and 10 on their own 39.5-yard line. So they tried to go for the block, didn't get it. And again, there was no flag and no fumble on the play. Whew, that was crazy. That was fun. All righty. So where are we now? Okay, so Viking ball. And it's going to be an inside run to Foreman. I know that. So all the low numbers are inside runs and going to Foreman. So Chuck Foreman on the ground. And he gets a hole. We're going to add 12. So Chuck Foreman is going to be a 56 now. And he will, it's going to be an A rating. Nice. And he will pick up 13 yards on the carry. So Foreman finds a hole, splits everyone. And Minnesota, first down on the 13-yard carry. So that's going to be, let me see, at the 49.5 is, so 10 yards, 10.5, so 2.5 yards, 47.5-yard line of Tampa Bay, if I'm doing that correctly. The half yards do mess me up a little bit. All right, so Foreman over midfield into Tampa territory, and the Vikings are right back on it here. A 16 and a 12 on first down is going to be a medium pass this time. And a medium pass to 12 is Voigt. All right, Stu Voigt. All right, medium pass to Voigt. Here comes the pressure. Oh, and possible interception too. So here come the Bucks. Medium pressure on the quarterback. So it's going to be 1-4 plus 1. It's a 1-5. No, Tarkenton gets away, but we do have to keep an eye on the possible interception. So he's going to air this one out for Voigt, medium, and that's a 61. And a 61 is it's complete. We do need to check for the interception. He's wrestling with the ball with the back, and the interception rating is 1-3. Oh, 5. No, it's not intercepted either. So the Bucks, they get some pressure on him, but he ends up tossing that one, and that is going to be complete to Voigt for a medium pass, and that's going to go for 6 yards. I don't know how medium that is, but it is what it is. All right, so Minnesota ball, 2nd and 4 at the Tampa Bay 41.5 yard line. All righty. So Minnesota driving again. This is kind of what I expected out of this. I was kind of hoping Minnesota might crush them. They're kind of crushing them, but they're also kind of hurting themselves at the same time. But just by the fumbles and the not converting 4th downs and things like that. I got a 116, so that's going to be an inside run, and that's going to go to McClanahan. So on 2nd and 4, they're going to go inside the McClanahan, and they're going to stuff him at the line, possibly. Let's see if they can stuff him here. A 1-3. Yeah, they stuff him at the line. And let's see here. And that was going to be an inside run for McClanahan, and a 5 is -2. So it's going to be a 2-yard loss for McClanahan as the Buccaneers come in and stuff him. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 6 now. Back on the Tampa Bay 43.5 yard line. So Tampa defense keeping them in the game right now. And it's going to be a 3rd and long 6 right now. So we have a 9 and a 10. 3rd and a long 6 with a 9 is going to be intermediate pass. And that intermediate pass is going to go back to Voigt. They keep going back to Voigt. See if they can kind of get some magic out of him. All right, intermediate pass to Voigt. And, they're going to have to check down. And Grant said this was kind of an optional thing. I like to use it. That's just me. I like to use this little check down thing. So he's going to check down. He's going to check down to 10. And that's Chuck Foreman. So it's going to be a check down to Foreman. So Voigt not open. He's going to try to hit Chuck Foreman with this. And that's short pass for Foreman. 80 minus 10 is going to be a 70. That's a catch, but they're going to try to knock it away. Let's check the defensive pass rating. A D12 against the pass rating, which is a 5. And no, it's a 6. So Foreman comes down with the short pass. That's complete. And Foreman's a 19 on the short pass, and that's 4 yards. So, again, decision time now here for the Vikings again, as they have the ball. 4th and 2 on the Tampa Bay 39.5 yard line. That's going to be too long for a field goal. So I guess we could just do the punt again. So I think we're going to have to do the pooch punt again. Right? The poo punt. I'm going to call it the poo punt. All righty. So let's flip the card here so we don't have any penalties or any block punts or anything going on right there. So the pooch punt, I think, was a 12 roll. So it's going to be a 7. So the pooch punt is going to be 36 yards. So 36 yards to the 3.5 yard line plus any roll. Nope, no roll. So that's a 0. So no roll. Now who's back to field this? 10. The Tampa is Danny Reese. Danny Reese is back to receive this punt. He picks it up at the, what do you say, the 3.5 yard line. Oh boy. Danny Reese, 3.5 yard line, and he'll get that 6 yards. 6 yards, and he'll get it up to the 9.5 yard line. So he tries a quick return here, and that's about where he gets. So Buccaneer ball, 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. First and 10 on the Tampa Bay 9.5 yard line. So they got their backs to the wall. I'm gonna do a quick shuffle here. So how are you guys enjoying this game, by the way? Should I continue on? I was thinking about I still got a ways to go here in the third quarter. I've been on an hour, so I don't know if you want me to continue on or if I could just jump out here after the third quarter and maybe finish up offline and try to see if I could put together some stats. That might be kind of fun. But if you're enjoying it, I'll keep going here on a Sunday night. Otherwise, we can wrap things up. And again, it's just for me, it's just me just kind of learning the game. So it's not so much entertainment. I know it should be, but I'm just kind of learning the game. And I think hopefully you guys are having fun watching me learn it. So if you ever come back to play this game, that you might just kind of keep an eye on, like, see what I'm doing and say, oh, okay, just easy enough. If Dave can play it, anybody can play it. All righty, so Tampa ball now on their 9.5 yard line. Oh boy, Bucks are backed up again, but that is the Bucks. Again, the score here in the third quarter, what is going to show that here? It is 17-7. All righty. And Buccaneer ball, so they're going to get a 1st and 10. They're going to roll a 6. It's going to be off tackle run to number 20. So off tackle run to number 20 is Du Bois again. Holy cow. See if they can get him some yards this time. The last time Du Bois ran it, Du Bois was over here. He got 4.5 yards. Okay. So off tackle run. He's a 28. Possible fumble here. So what did I say? He was a 28, and he will get. Going to add some yards here. +4. So 1 + 4 is 5. So he's going to get 5 yards. We're going to check the fumble though. Du Bois fumbles a 1-7. Oh, he fumbles the ball. Du Bois is hit, and he fumbles the ball. Oh, and I did screw up the last fumble, by the way. I didn't check to see where it was, but it was only a 3-yard gain, so that's not too bad. But I'll try to get it right this time. All right, so 1-9, and Minnesota recovers the ball. So we need to see where it was. So -2. So now on a, let me double check that here. So on a fumble on a run, what we want to do is we need to, so he got 5 yards, right? So I said he got 5 yards and fumbles. Yeah, so -2. Yeah, so the gain is 4 yards. The fumble occurred after 2 yards. Okay, so -2. So it's 3 yards. So he gets 5 yards, but he fumbled after 3. So it's a 3 yards, and he fumbles, and the Vikings pick it up. And so the Vikings now can try to return this fumble with a 3. And no, but they might fumble now. And what's the fumble on the fumble? 18. No, he didn't fumble. All right, so it's a couple of double fumbles there. So it's going to be a fumble and 3 yards into the run. So, wow. Oh, no, at the 12.5 yard. Oh, you kidding me? Du Bois fumbles at the 12.5 yard line. And it's Viking ball. Viking ball. Unbelievable. And Rob says he likes watching cards and dice football. And Ty's watching and listening while he's playing some highlight maker hoop. Yeah. He says he might give it a shot. It's really not too much. It probably looks really, really difficult for what I'm doing it. But it's just finding the results of the play. And sometimes it just takes a little bit longer. And I'm very thorough with this. So, and I'm not assuming anything. So here we go. So Minnesota ball as Tampa on 1st and 10 fumbles the ball. And this is a glorious opportunity for the Minnesota Vikings. So it's 1st and 10 on the Tampa Bay 12.5 yard line. Here we go. Vikings coming out here. Oh, 17. They're going to go for it here. They really are. On 1st and 10, they're going to go medium pass. Medium pass from the 12-yard line. And the medium pass is going to Robert Miller. Oh, man, if he scores, that'll be too funny because I already got a touchdown from Bob Grimm, who I wasn't familiar with. So now Robert Miller on the medium pass. And he's got a 59 on a medium pass. Bucks are going to bring the pressure. So it's going to be a 1-4 plus 1. A 1-5 is some pressure. No, they bring the pressure. They don't get it. Passing is -10. So we said that Miller on a medium pass was 59. So it's a 49. And he has to be a star to catch it, and he doesn't. So it's going to be incomplete. So the Bucks bring some heat. They force a quick pass by Tarkenton, and he gets absolutely nothing on that one. So it's going to be 2nd down now. 3.5 to go, Minnesota. 2nd and 10 on the Tampa Bay 12.5-yard line. So we have a 7 and a 19 on 2nd and 10. So they're going to go outside run. 19. Miller. So Miller's going to go outside. So Miller went out for the pass. Now Miller is going to be running this one. Outside, right, is a 43. And so no adjustments, no penalties, no flags. A 43 is 2 yards. Oh, boy. So the Vikings are stalling here. And they will get a 3rd and 8 now on the Tampa Bay, just outside the 10-yard line. They can still get a 1st down. 1st down. All right, so 3rd and 8. I think we need to throw it here. We really do. 8. Yeah, they're going to go medium pass. Medium pass to 13 is Chuck Foreman. All right, Chuck Foreman on the medium pass. Here comes the pressure, and we got a flag. Here comes the Buccaneer pressure. So, again, it's a 1-5. Oh, he just escapes on a 6. Holy cow, he just escapes. All right, so Chuck Foreman on the medium pass. Flag down. Foreman's a 61. That's complete. No other adjustments. Foreman's a 30. No, we said 61 on a medium pass and a 62. Touchdown, 62, as he gets 12 yards, and he goes in the score from the 10. But there is a flag. Let's check the flag. So the it's a 14 plus. And, oh, they're only at 12. Oh, so even if it's on Minnesota, it won't count because Minnesota's a 12 penalty. And so a legal block above the waist, they're going to say, no, they pick up the flag, touchdown. A medium pass. I was going to say George Foreman. I think I'm hungry. I need a hamburger off the George Foreman grill. I still have one. I still use it all the time, by the way. Foreman goes in for the touchdown, 10.5 yards for the touchdown. And now I'm going to try now. Now I get to try out my new extra point and field goal routine. So I'm gonna work in penalties and fumbles here. Rob Scott says, does the game take into account run heavy or pass heavy offenses? Like with Dan Felt attempt 40 throws a game and Franco 25 times. I want to say yes, and why I say that is you see these little charts here. Now again, you can call your own plays all you want. So you can have Fouts pass every down if you want. Using the solitaire charts, I'm using run more because that's what the teams are. But you got run more aggressive, which I think I'm going to switch to for Tampa Bay right now because they're trailing. So I'm going to switch to that. But they also have like 2-minute drill and catch up. They have slow the clock down, which I'll be using probably next quarter for the Vikings. They got balanced aggressive. They got pass more aggressive. They have pass most. So you can see that there's not a lot of runs in here. There's a lot of passes here on pass most. So I would say that pass heavy teams would be using this solitaire chart. So yeah, in case you're wondering, those solitaire charts really add to the game I just happen to use the same one because both teams have run more and they're kind of conservative. So that's why I'm using that. I am going to bump this up for the Buccaneers now that they're trailing by a lot. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me check here. So we're going to check the snap. We're going to check for fumbles. We're going to check for blocks. And here we go. Flag. We got a flag. So let's check the kick. Fred Cox is a 1-17, and that kick is good. But let's check the flag. And now this is something I've kind of just done on my own. Grant says he hasn't got a penalty procedure yet for extra points and field goals. I suggested that you just go on a normal play and see what the call is. So on a normal play, we're going to call it a run, let's say, and we got on the offense, it would be 10 yards for a holding. So we're going to call this a hold. So we got a flag now. So it was holding on the kick. All right. So we're going to back up the extra point. So instead of what's an extra point now? 17 yards. So it's going to be a 27-yard one. And we flip here. All right. So there's no penalty. There's no fumble on the snap. So from 27 yards out, this kick is still good. So the extra point is good. And so the Vikings now, they go up 24-7. So I got to change my banner here. Edit. All right. So is that the score right now? 24-7. Yep. So that's the. I'm kind of happy with that actually, because it was 7-7 for a while, and I'm like, come on, this is the Vikings in Tampa Bay. So they finally opened up the scoring here. Chuck Foreman, 10.5-yard pass. So all the touchdowns in this game have been passes, by the way. As it was first quarter, it was a pass to Lash, Jim Lash, 4-yard TD to Lash, then 48 yards for the Buccaneers on that bomb. And then it was McClanahan on a 3-yard pass. And then that was 14-7, and then 17-7. And then this touchdown here. So, yeah, so 3 touchdowns. So a medium pass of 10 yards, a medium pass of 4 yards, and a medium pass of 3 yards. So all medium passes here for those of you scoring at home. All righty. And we even had the flag and the extra point. That's kind of neat. All right, so here comes the kickoff now. So kicking off now. So we're going to go to this here. So we're going to go to 245 Minnesota with the kickoff from the 35. And fumble on the run, but not on the return. So there's nothing there to worry about. Here comes the kickoff in 18. Oh, it's going to be 72 yards. So that's going to go into the end zone. We're just going to take the touchback. We're not even going to have Tampa Bay bring that out. So 2:45 to go. And Tampa will start 1st and 10 on the Tampa Bay 20. So now we're going to bump this up to run more aggressive. So that'll throw in a few more passes. Rob, I will check this out once I get the 2018 season printed out, and I'll play some Brady games, and we'll check out some passes there. Again, the 70s wasn't a lot of passing, I don't think. All right, so the Bucs now 6-4, so they're still going to keep it on the ground. Carter on the ground, inside run. So inside run to Carter. He's a 31, and there's a flag on the play. And they're going to bottle him up here with a -10. So he's going to be a 21. And, he's still going to bust free for 7 yards, though. So they strung him out, but he cut back in for 7 yards. Let's check the flag. And a penalty 12 is good for either team. And a legal block on the Buccaneers. So we got another flag, and it's going to be -10 yards. So they're going to bring him back. So the 7-yard gain is wiped out by Carter. And we got a flag here. And so Tampa Bay is going to be backed up to their 10-yard line. So it's a 1st and 20 on the Tampa Bay 10. Now this is more like it. And Rob asks, are defenses also adjustable? Well, not in the Quick Decks game. In the Quick Decks game, you're working off just the one chart here, and the defense are built into the cards, okay? If you play the full game, then you have more control over your defense. You can pick defense plays and formations. So, but in the Quick Decks, which is what I'm playing, and I'm enjoying the heck out of, you're pretty much calling offense, and the defense is baked into the cards. So I got a 4 and a 14 here on 1st down and forever. They're going to keep it on the ground again. They're not they're not doing well. So we're going to try Williams this time. So Williams on the ground on the inside run, a 38, and we have a possible fumble here. That's just great. And 38 is going to be -5. Minus 0.5 yards on the carry. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And we got a possible fumble here. So we need to roll for his fumble. And 1-4, no. So no fumble, luckily. And on that fumble there, I was a little confused on the fumble FF. The fumble FF is kind of weird. It just means that you can check for a fumble basically at any time. And I'll look up that later, see if I can figure out what that FF is. Because I read it and I was confused about it. But I guess that can happen any time. Oh, there is fumble FF. They have the opportunity to force a fumble. If they get a chance to force a fumble. So they can have the quarterback, the receiver, anybody. So I guess it's like a wild card fumble type of thing. But they don't get the fumble, and he's hit behind the line for a loss. So with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter, it's 2nd down and 20.5 on the Tampa Bay 9.5-yard line. So they just keep going backwards. Now this is Buck football. Now I feel like this is Buck football. So we have a 2nd and 20.5. So we're going to go medium pass to 6. So medium pass to number 6 is John McKay, the coach's son, gets back in the game. Get back in that game, son, and make the play. So medium pass is a 48. And so no modifications on the pass. A 48 is incomplete. So that is that. So now we got a Tampa Bay 3rd and just over 20 from their own 9.5-yard line. This is expansion ball right here. Ty says he's going to be excited to watch me play some Apple football. Yeah, I am too. That's why I wanted to check it out. That's kind of why I picked up Apple footballs. I want to play it firsthand. I've seen enough people play it. There's different ways to play it. There's a ton of cards. I've read the pros and the cons. So I want to get my hands on it. So yeah, so I'm that's what I am too. So I took the plunge for you. See how it goes. Greetings from Europe. Thanks for coming by. Playing some American football here tonight. Hopefully people are enjoying the broadcast. It's I'll put up my banner again. It's 24-7 in favor of the Vikings here. This is 1976, and just kind of testing out the season I got for this game and enjoying it very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so it's going to be a 3rd and forever for the Buccaneers right now. So I imagine we're going to be passing. And, yeah, we're going to go with this one, go medium pass. Nothing crazy. Medium pass to Moore. They want to go to Bob Moore. Can he make more out of this play or not? Bob Moore. Fumble team. Yep, they're going to try to force another fumble here. They're going to go for the quarterback. All right, let's see if they can get the quarterback to fumble. And a 1-3. No, he doesn't fumble. No anything here on passing, so we can get rid of that. And so Moore on the medium pass is a 49, and that's incomplete as well. And so the Bucks will be kicking away here on 4th and 20.5 from their 9.5 yards. This is more like it. I got to say, I was a little, when I first played last weekend there, last week, whenever it was, I was playing New England Buffalo, And they were moving the ball back and forth so easily. And then in this game too, the first couple of quarters, they're moving it too easy. So I was kind of concerned that it was, there was no 3 and outs. I was moving the ball consistently. Now I'm getting 3 and outs, 1 and outs. Excuse me. I guess you need a bigger sample size to really get a feel for it. But things have panned out. I'm so far. I've only played a couple games, not even 2 full games yet. I'm very, very pleased with what I'm getting here for results. All righty, so Buccaneers got a punt from inside their 10, and Bud Grant is in full control. Yes, you are. Ooh, look at that kick right there. So the pressure, no flag. If that was pressure long, we had a chance to block it, but it's not. All right, so that was a 20, by the way. So he gets it away. So now on a 20, this is another thing I learned. On a 20, you roll again. And if he gets a 1 to 4, he gets his long kick. Now there's 2 numbers. There's one that's longer than the other. And sometimes the longer one is less than. And Grant says it's kind of a house rule. Just pick the one you want, depending what you need. So right now, let me see if I can roll again. If I can roll a 1 to a 4. No, I don't. So we're going to stick with a 20 roll. So he's going to kick this one 60 yards. Holy cow. So he's going to kick this one. So that's going to go to the 30.5-yard line. So here's the punt. Wow. Green, right? Dave Green launches this one. That's going to be a 60-yard kick. And that's going to end up. So if he's at basically his own 10. Yeah, that's going to be on the 30.5-yard line. So the 30.5-yard line. That's not going to be a fair catch. And a 16 for the Vikings on the kick is going to be Sammy White. So White will take this punt. Oh, -4. They get to him. So White goes back 4 yards. Whoo, what a kick, a 60-yard kick. The coverage was good. White tried to run around the end, and he's going to take for a 4-yard loss. So with a 1:15 to go here in the third quarter, 1st and 10 Vikings on the Minnesota 27.5-yard line. Wow. Boy, that got them out of trouble, didn't it? They were on the 10. As my dog comes down to see me. They're on the 10. That punt got them out of trouble. A 60-yard kick. Right? And if I'm not mistaken, that's going to get it to the other side's 30-yard line, 30.5-yard line, then -4 on the return. Pretty good. All right. Oh, this is my toasted coconut, by the way. I think that's the last one I got. That wasn't too bad. I'm a coconut guy, so that wasn't too bad. All right, so here go the Bucs now. I'm sorry, here come the Vikings after that good kick by Dave Green. So here we go. Minnesota ball, and we might change the. Okay, we're gonna change that chart back to run more, and then we'll eventually in the fourth quarter try to buckle it down a little bit more. So I got a 3 and a 3, so that'll be inside run the Chuck Foreman. That I know. Inside run the Chuck Foreman, who's a 44. Oh yeah, I got to check for flags and stuff. Nope, nothing going on there. And a 44 is 3 yards. So Foreman goes for 3 yards. And this will be the last play of the third quarter. So he'll get it out to the 30.5-yard line after that 3-yard rush. 2nd down, 7. 13 and a 5 is going to be an intermediate pass. The 5. Sammy White. Sammy White, intermediate pass. Possible interception. So let's figure out the play. So intermediate pass. So passing -20. So the Bucs are bringing some heat. They got hands in the face of the quarterback. Sammy White, intermediate pass. 68 -20, 48. That'll still be complete. And on the intermediate, we're going to add 3. So it's going to be a 50. And that'll be 6.5 yards. possible interception, though. So Tampa's going to roll on the interception. And we're going to roll a D20. And the interception for Tarkenton is 1-3. And we're subtracting 1, so it's 1-2. And it's intercepted. If you can believe it. I roll a 1. It's intercepted. So Tarkenton tried to dump this off to Sammy White, and he stepped in front of him. 6.5 yards down the field. This is intercepted. So now, if it's intercepted, I think we roll and see how they do, right? Let's see if they can return this one. All right, so this is intercepted. And a 3 on the interception return is nothing, I think. Nothing, and now they might fumble. No, they don't. Oh, so he's hit the ball, might have come loose. No, they didn't. So, yeah. Wowzers. So, intercepted 6.5 yards and no return. So, Tampa Bay ball here. We'll give them one play. We'll give them one play. So, 1st and 10 on the Minnesota 37-yard line. So, Buccaneers with their best field position all game. I believe, right? I believe that's their best field position. Yep, they got it to the 48, and they threw the long pass. And no, they got it to the 39, and they had to punt. So they did get it to the 39-yard line one time. And aside from that, yeah, they've been in their own half, which is expected. As Mr. Baseman comes by, slap in the base. Thanks for coming by. All right, so Tampa Bay ball. But the boos are raining down here at, was it Met Stadium or something like that? Here we go. So Tampa Bay, 1st and 10 on the Minnesota 37. And I want to go back to this one here. I want to get a little bit more aggressive with Tampa Bay now. Trailing 24-7. So we got a 6 and a 10. Inside run. They're going to keep it on the ground, trying to gain some yards here. And that'll be Williams. So inside run to Williams. Oh, -10. The Vikings. Linebacker cuts through. They get behind the line. He grabs Williams, who's a 38 and a 28, and he'll slip forward for 2.5 yards. So they bust through and they will get him, and that'll end the quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters, where's my banner? I'm going to edit my banner. All right, so it's 24-7 Minnesota as we go to the 4th. And Tampa, though, has the ball in Minnesota territory. It's going to be 4th quarter. And 2.5 yard gain. So the time is going to be 15. Tampa ball. 2nd and 7.5 on the 30 of the Minnesota 34.5 yard line. All right, so Buccaneer ball now, 2nd and 7 as they press. Even if they can get a field goal out of this, Are the solo charts compatible in the full game, or is it better playing with cards for a full game? How much is the full game in the quick version? There's a whole nother set of charts for the full version where it's offense and there's a defensive chart. So you're going to get 2 charts and you're going to get 2 different decks. Okay, so these decks are for quick decks and the other decks over here. All right, so these are the decks for the on the turf game. Okay, so you'll get 4 decks. If you buy the full game, you get 4 decks. Okay, so this is the full game. You get again, 2 sets of these, one for offense, one for defense. There's a lot more going on, and I think you do need some kind of Excel spreadsheet to run that as well, just so you know that there's a lot more going on with that compared to this one. So I'm going to stick with this one for right now because I do kind of like what I'm doing here. This is a perfect Dave game. It really is. All right, so let's see what we're going to do here on 2nd and 7.5. An 8 is going to be an outside run to number 11, and that's going to be on the outside. Williams again. All right, Williams going to carry the ball on the outside. A 37 to Williams. Oh, he's got a little bit of daylight here. We're going to add 10. So that 37 is a 47, and he'll get 6.5 yards on the carry. So Tampa now has a 3rd and 1 on the 28, right? On the Minnesota 28-yard line. Interesting. So 3rd and 1. You got to think this is 4-down territory. We're just going to we're going to go. Do I need to use my chart here? My short yardage chart? No, because it's not 4th down. So I'm not going to use my chart here. So I'm going to go inside run, and I'm going to go Rod McNeil on my inside run. He's my best inside runner. So I'm going to make an executive decision here, and I'm going to call this down, and I'm going to go Rod McNeil with an inside run. So just to let me know. So I will put that as a 1. And he's an 18 or a 19. So I know you might not normally call that, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give them a chance here. All right, so I'm going to flip that there. So McNeil on 3rd and 1 from the Minnesota 28. And McNeil on the inside runs a 51. And we could have a fumble. That's just Buccaneer ball right there. But that 51 is going to turn into a 59. And the 59 is he's going to go for 16 yards, but let's check the fumble, right? His fumble is, 1-7. Are you kidding me? And he fumbles the ball. McNeil fumbles the ball, and he fumbles it after 14 yards. So he explodes for 14 yards, and he fumbles the ball. Let's see who picks it up. Minnesota, a 1-9, recovers the fumble. And the 6, Minnesota recovers. Minnesota recovers the ball. And let's see if they get a return out of this of a 7 and no gain. So Minnesota gets the fumble. So the Buccaneers commit another turnover. It's a fumble, the best field position of the game, and they turn it over. So Minnesota, first down. And so he was going to go 14. He got it to the 14. The 14-yard line, and he fumbles the ball. That's great. I'm actually loving it. That's great. So they had a fumble, but they got it back. So I'm trying to think how many turnovers they had. There's a couple of fumbles. Oh, I'll go back. Well, I'll go into the Tom Milne helper at some point, maybe late tonight, and I'll pump it in and get the stats. Oh, my gosh. So Viking ball now on the 14-yard line after the turnover. Incredible. So we got it. So I need to go back to my. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull out a different solitaire deck. Okay, so I'll leave this one for Tampa, and I'm going to slow down the clock here. All right, because I'm in no hurry, so I'm looking to more grind out the clock than I am right now because I'm up by a lot in the 4th quarter. So we'll do that. And then we'll put these. Hopefully I'll remember to switch that. All right, so we're going to do the slow down the clock, which should get me some more runs. All right, so we're going to, so I roll an 18. So what are we going to do? We're going to do an intermediate pass. Intermediate pass to McClanahan. An immediate pass to McClanahan. He's going to check down. So he's going to check down to 1. Rashad. Check down to Rashad. All right, so that CD means check down. Grant said something about if you pick your own receiver like this, you don't need this. I still use it. I like to use it. So he's going to check down to Rashad. So a short pass is 80 minus 10 is a 70. That's going to be complete. And Rashad is a 21, and that'll get us 6 yards. So check down to Rashad for 6 yards. And so Minnesota has a 2nd and 4 coming up at their own 20-yard line. All right, things are flowing a little bit better here. All righty. Sorry about that if that popped up. Okay, here we go. 4 and a 6 on 2nd and 4. Inside run. Foreman. Chuck Foreman on an inside run. Oh, they're going to try to stuff him here on the inside run. So we're going to roll this against a defense rating of a 3. And no, they don't stuff him. So an inside run of a 44 is going to be 2.5 yards. So Foreman busts through the line for 2.5 yards. So that's going to bring up for Minnesota a 3rd and just over a yard at their 22.5-yard line. All righty. So let's see what we can do here on 3rd and just over a yard. 6 and a 20. And they're going to go off tackle. Ooh, 20. Who's going to be 20 on the off tackle? Sammy Johnson comes into the game. Sammy Johnson on the off tackle run. Sammy Johnson is a 53. Off tackle, so no pressure, no nothing here. So no nothing. So a 53 on the off tackle run for Sammy Johnson is, he's going to get an A. And 13 yards. Sammy Johnson busting through will pick up 13 yards. And that's a first down for Minnesota. 1st and 10, and at 13 yards, that's going to be the 35.5-yard line. And that's where Minnesota will take over. So they're grinding out the clock now. Again, it's kind of a boring game. You know, what do you say the score was? 24-7 is our score. Minnesota. I thought they might be, it'd be nice if they get one more touchdown just to kind of bust it open a little bit more so it feels like they're playing an expansion team. But, again, they've made their mistakes. They've indeed made their mistakes. And, of course, I got a coughing fit now. I had a coughing fit today at the game. What do you do? All right, so Minnesota 1st and 10. 6 and 19. It's going to be off tackle. And 19 is going to be Miller. So they are mixing it up. When you were asking about it, is it mixed up? Oh, yeah, it's mixed up. Miller on the off tackle run. So we don't have anything going on this card here. So Miller off tackle is going to be nice and easy. 39 is 4.5 yards. So they'll keep moving it forward. And so now we're down to 12:15 to go, bleeding the clock. So that'll be a 2nd and 5.5 at the 40-yard line. All right, so Minnesota moving the ball right now. 14 and 15 on a 2nd and 5. They're going to go short pass. Short pass, 15. And who was it? Was it Appa 66er? I don't know if he's still in here watching, but I think he was talking on one of his streams about how he likes to sit back and let the game play out and not really have to think about making all these decisions. And this game is perfect for that. There's a couple things you can make if you want to, but for the most part, it's just kind of watching. And that's what I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying learning the game and watching it play out and not have to think about too much. Again, if you want to make decisions, you can. You can call plays in the whole bit, at least on offense. And then the other game, I think you can make defensive calls in the full game. I haven't done that yet. I don't know if I'm going to because that's quite involved. So we're going to go short pass to McClanahan. All righty. Short pass to McClanahan. Oh, we got an odd play. All right. Let's go odd play, shall we? All right. So we got an odd play on a passing play. Oh, we're going to roll on the Viking die. Almost jinxed the whole play. So we have a 9. If the quarterback sack rating is 1 to 5 or higher, and it's not, okay. So it's not. So it's not going to be an odd play. So we're just going to play this out as normal. All right. So it's going to be short pass to McClanahan. No other modifications here. McClanahan's short pass. 83. That's complete. No, wait, I got to roll for the P. And the P is a D20 against the pass deflection. So Buccaneers trying to get a hand on it. 1 to 11. Yeah, they'll knock it away. And so on second and just over 5. That gets knocked away. We got 12 minutes to play. And it'll be 3rd and 5.5 for the Vikings now. And the clock will stop. 17-13. So on 3rd and 5, we're going to go medium pass. And they're still on the 40-yard line. Medium pass to 13 is Chuck Foreman. And Chuck on the medium pass is a 61. And here comes the pressure, though. Bucs are bringing it. And it's going to be pressure defense, rush range, pass rush range of 1 to 6. And yes, they will get some pressure on the quarterback. All righty. So Tarkenton running for his life right now as the D breaks in. And a 6. He's going to try to make the pass anyway to Foreman -10. So he's in some trouble here. He tries to go medium pass to Foreman. So that 61 is going to be a 51. And he's going to make the catch. So Foreman still comes up with it as Tarkenton was on the run. And a 62 is 15 yards. And that's a first down. So Tarkenton escapes the rush. He'll launch that ahead. And Minnesota will get a 1st and 10. They'll get a fresh set of downs, and they'll be in Buccaneer territory. So they'll be at the Tampa Bay 45-yard line. And now the Vikings are moving, and now you see Tampa as they're in some trouble. All righty, so let's see what they're going to do here. 11 and 20, and they're going to go a stretch. We haven't had a stretch. We haven't had a stretch run all game. So what's that, a sweep maybe? I'll have to ask Grant what that is. I don't know what a stretch run is. Maybe a sweep. So they're going to try a sweep, and they're going to pitch this to Sammy Johnson, right? Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Sammy Johnson on a stretch. They actually have a couple of other runners here on the chart. And I'm not sure. Maybe they were on the team that didn't run. I don't know why they don't have a rating. So I'll have to ask them that. Where's my notes? All right. Some players no 1 to 20 rating. So why are they in the game? So I'm going to ask them that question. Johnson on the stretch. Johnson in the stretch is a 56. No modifications or anything. So a 56 is going to be 6 yards. So Johnson comes in, and a sweep is 6 yards, and he goes out of bounds. So that'll be 11-15 and be 2nd and 4 at the Tampa Bay 39. So they're marching down the field. They are marching. And we got a 15 and a 13 now. So on a 2nd and 4, short pass. No, outside run. Wait. 2nd and 4, short pass. I'm going to try a short pass to 13, which is Brent McClanahan. All right, so short pass to McClanahan, who's an 83. We got a possible bad snap. So here comes the snap. Tarkenton, fumble 1 to 3. Nope. So he hangs on to the snap, but the pressure's coming on the defense. And a pass rush of 1 to 6. Nope. So no bad snap, no pressure. And so it's going to be a short pass to McClanahan, we said, and that's a 83 on the short pass. That will be complete, but we subtract 3 from McClanahan, so that 15 is a 12, and that's real short, 2.5 yards, 25 yards. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.5 at the Tampa Bay 36.5 yard line. So I think this is 2 down territory here. We don't want to give them the ball back. It's too far for a field goal, too close for a punt. So we're gonna need to get this. So we need 1.5 yards. 1.5 yards. So I got a 4 and a 7. So 3rd down and 1.5. And they're gonna go inside run to Foreman. That makes a lot of sense. I was gonna call that. All right, Chuck Foreman on the inside run of 44. Nothing going on here. A 44. Oh, he's going to gain whatever plus 2. 2.5 plus 4.5 yards. He will be a first down. 4.5 yards. So the drive will continue here for the Vikings. It started back on their 14-yard line, and they're already 1st and 10 on the Tampa Bay 32-yard line. So that's a nice long drive. So they've gone how many yards? 36 and 28. Is that right? 36 and 36 and 18, I think. Yeah, 36 and 18. Whatever that number adds up to. All righty. So here we go. Oh boy. They're going to be going deep on this one, I think. 1st and 10, long pass. Oh, wait, medium pass. Medium pass to 11. Voigt. Stu Voigt on the medium pass. All right, penalties only on the Canadian teams. We got some pressure coming on the defense. 1 to 6. No. So there's no pressure. Voigt is not a star, which I don't think that matters anyway over here. So we got a plus 5 on the pass, though. So Voigt on the medium pass goes from 61 to 66. And, good thing they got that. That has potential of being caught. We got to check the P. The P is a possible pass deflection. And the deflection is 1 to 11, and it's a 17. And so it's not, so that'll be caught by Voigt, although we're subtracting 10 from the medium pass, which is 62 to 52. And still 13 yards. That's pretty good. And that's a first down. So they're driving the ball now. 1st and 10 after the 13-yard gain. So that'll get to the 19. To the Tampa Bay 19-yard line, and that's where the Vikings are taking over. Boy, and they are really driving it down the throats of the Buccaneers right now. And I'll do one more shuffle. And Miroslav says, I like the card work in this game. It works nicely. Yeah, it's a nice combination of dice and cards. Now, again, you don't need to do the dice. You can pick your own plays if you want. And even on the cards here, there's numbers. You can see there's the D7, the D12, and the D20 number. So you can even look at the cards. You don't even need dice. I like to use the dice. I think it really it makes the game better because that way I'm rolling dice. And I'm also flipping cards. And these cards are gorgeous. You see them. They're full color. They're nice. They feel good. They look good. Everything is legible. You can really read everything. So it is a nice combination of cards and dice, so to speak. All right, it's a little barnyard shuffle here just to keep things nice and fresh. All righty, so here we go. So it's going to be 1st and 10 of the Tampa Bay 19. The Vikings looking to put the Buccaneers away here. So they're going to go intermediate pass to number 13. And that's going to be Chuck Foreman again. So Chuck Foreman on the intermediate pass. No pressure because it's going to be a short pass. There's no things here. So Chuck Foreman's wide open to make the catch here on a 71. And yeah, he'll make the catch. And on a 37, right, because there was nothing over here. No, there's all zeros. So 0, 0, 0. Sometimes it's that easy. There's no modifications. And we said a 37 is Foreman making the catch, and he turns on the Jets, and he will go 16 yards. Oh boy, down to the 3-yard line. It's getting good now. I mean, the game's a blowout, but that's what I wanted. I wanted this to be a blowout, and I'm finally getting it. So that's a first down on the Tampa Bay 3. So now we bring in the dreaded short yardage chart. So again, any runs, short passes, or that's about it. That'll be we'll modify that if we do. All righty, so the short yardage situation comes into play. So here we go. We're going to roll a 1, so that'll be an inside run to Chuck Foreman. Kind of expected that. So Chuck Foreman takes that pass 16 yards, and now he's got a chance to run it. And this could be our first running touchdown of the day. Not bad for 76, all the passing ones. All right, so Chuck Foreman now was subtracting 5 from his run if he gets that far. All right, so we have nothing going on here. Oh, they're expecting it. -10, -15 on the run. So the Buccaneers are strung out in this 4-3 linebacker snuggled up, 8 men in the box, so to speak. So on the 3-yard line, Chuck Foreman as a 44. -10 is a 34. -5 is a 29. And on a 29, he will get 2.5 yards. He's down inside the 1. Chuck Foreman barrels through. He doesn't get in as Minnesota has now a 2nd and goal. And they're on the Tampa Bay half-yard line. And that's where the half yards come in. This is awesome. I'm loving this. This is great. All righty, so Foreman barrels down inside the 1, and this is where the Vikings will take over and try to really take. Oh, we got a 20. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do here on a 20? Well, we can't go long pass. Can't go medium pass. We'll go intermediate pass. How about that? Because we only need a half a yard, so we're going to try to pass it here. Intermediate pass to 7 to Sammy White. Let's see if we can get him with another pass. So intermediate pass to Sammy White. No, this does have a possible injury. I'm not using injuries. Interception on a long pass only. And we're going to add 5 to Sammy White. Not that we really need to, but intermediate pass to Sammy White. So a 68 turns into a 73. 73 is a catch. I'm assuming Sammy White's going to dance in from a half yard out. And a 47 -5 is a 42. 6.5 yards, and that's a touchdown. So we're going to give him the half-yard touchdown catch. Touchdown! And so the Vikings now go up. It's now 30-7. So let's roll for the extra point. All right. Oh, it has a chance to be blocked because it's pressure long. All righty, so let me go to my kicks here. So now, on a field goal, blocked field goal. If there's a light blue indicating pressure long, the field goal is blocked based on the distance. So a 1 on a D20. So the Buccaneers are coming. A 1, no, they don't get the block. Almost. And the field goal is up. And the the extra point by Fred Cox is good. So a little drama there as we almost blocked that kick. So the extra point is good. So that's going to bring us up to now 31-7. That's more like it. So let's edit my score here. And that's our new score. Minnesota 31, Tampa Bay 7. That's more like it. That's what I was kind of hoping for to see in this game, is a little bit more score separation, if you will. And so that's what I got, and that's what I'm kind of happy about. All right, so here comes the kickoff now. That drive started at their 14-yard line, so that's what, an 86-yard drive? How many plays? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13-play drive. 13-play drive, 84 yards. I'm going to have to put this into the mill and helper later on, and I'll spit up some stats. All right, so now we have the kickoff here. So Minnesota will kick off from the 35. And let's roll the ball here. Oh, I should have actually, I forgot the short yardage. Should have subtracted 10 for the pass, but I don't think it would have mattered. I think that was all going to be good no matter what I did anyway. So I forgot to use that chart there, but I think it would have all been good. All right, so here's the kick. It's a 17. No flags and no fumbles. I always forget to do that. I forgot that in fast action football all the time too. 17, 71 yards. That's going to go 6 yards deep into the end zone, and Witt is going to take the touchback. All right, so bring that out to the 20. So 8:45 to play. Tampa ball. 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line, and let's see what they can do now. Trailing 31-7. So we're going to switch this one up here. All right, everything's still looking good over here. Hit the wrong button. All right, so we're going to move this one here. We're going to go run more aggressive. I love how they have the different charts. These different charts here, these really, again, this really makes the solitaire version of this game shine. Okay. So a 9 and a 15 is going to be an outside run. And 15 is going to go to Johnson, Essex Johnson. Outside run for Johnson. Minus 10 on the outside run. So he's outside runs at 35 to 25. And he's going to pick up a yard and a half. All right, so Tampa ball, 2nd down, 8.5 on their own 21.5-yard line. All right, 8 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. And that's going to be an inside run to 11. And it's going to be Williams. So they're going to go inside run to Williams. So they're not taking too many crazy chances here. They've kind of been resigned to their fate. And fumble on the return. Oh, running the inside is 12. So the Vikings backed off a little bit on this play. And inside run for Williams is a 38 plus 12 is a 40. And that's going to get him 5 yards. All righty. So halfway through the quarter here. This quarter's going by quick. I think I'm getting a little quicker at it now. I'm talking a lot less too. So a 2nd and 3.5 to go on the Tampa Bay 26.5-yard line. So they do need to get to the 30 for that 1st down. Right now they're just outside the 25. So we have an 18 and a 16 on 3rd and 3.5. So 18 is going to be medium pass. And they're looking for a 16 on the medium pass, which is Williams again. All right, so Williams comes out of the backfield on the medium pass. We got some pressure coming and a possible interception. All right, so it's on the quarterback. His sacks is 1-6, and the rush is 3, so it's a 1-9. And no, he avoids the pressure. Now we still got to check for that interception, though. And so medium pass to Williams is 47. Oh, not that one. 47. And that is complete. Check for the interception, though. And the interception is 1-5. And nope, not intercepted. So nice catch by Williams on this play on the medium pass. And he's got a 55 plus 5. So it's going to be a 60. And he'll get 11.5 yards on the catch. So Spurrier to Williams for 11.5 yards. And that's a first down. First and 10 bucks, and they'll get it up to their 40-yard line. All right, Buccaneers in business now at the 40-yard line. And Glenn comes by. Thanks for coming by, Glenn. We're actually wrapping up this game here. It's been kind of a 2-day game for me. Do I like the mechanism of having the plays called through? I love it. I love it. I do. You know, it's much like a couple other games that I played. I forget which ones I had, but that you roll the dice and you see, you know, you have different plays that'll be called for you. These charts are fantastic, by the way. It really does. I mean, you got four running plays and 5 passing plays, and that's just in the quick text version. If you get the other game, you can do screen passes and things like that. I think. But there's more in the other game. But this is fine for me. There's plenty of variety here. I love the idea that I can roll my dice, get my down and distance, like what's my play, who am I going to, get the results. For me, yes. The short answer and the long answer is yes. I love it. All right, so we got a first and 10 now on the 40 as that Williams catch comes through. A 5 and an 18. So we're gonna go. They want to keep it on the ground. Inside run to McNeil. All right. Rod McNeil, inside run of 51. And, they're going to try to stuff him at the line. So the run rating is a 5. And, yeah, they're going to stuff him at the line on the inside run. And that's going to be -2. So they stuff him at the line and -2. Now, is that... Let me double check something here. I'm overthinking again. But on the run stuff... Okay, so that is going to be yards lost. So it's not at the end of the run. They stop the run, and let me see how many yards are lost. And so we lost 2 yards. Yep, 2 yards. We lost a -2. So McNeil hit in the backfield, -2 yards, and the Buccaneers are going backwards now. So it's going to be a 2nd and 12. After the Vikings stacked them up at the 38-yard line. And sometimes that's how easy they go. It's just memorizing all this stuff. All right, you got a 15 and a 16 now. So we got a 2nd and 12. 15 is medium pass. And a 16, Williams again. All right, Spurrier looking for Williams on the medium pass. Oh, we got some pressure here. Let's check the pressure first. So defensive pressure is 1-12. Yep, and here comes the pressure. Spurrier running for his life, and they're going to get him. They're going to get him on the sack. And now on a sack, a sack, I believe we roll the 12-sided die on a quarterback snack. Right now. Yeah, now I need a snack because I'm hungry. The sack, roll a D12. That's how far behind the line of scrimmage he was sacked. So the Vikings are going to get Spurrier 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So pass never happened, -6 yards on the sack. And with 6 minutes to play, Buccaneers have gone backwards now. So they have a 3rd and 18 on their 32. So they had it at the 40. They've lost 8 yards. And Buccaneer football coming to you live. So we have a 12 and a 5 here. And so it's going to be a long pass to 5. And Owens, when in doubt, we're going to go to Owens. Long pass to Owens. All righty. Ooh, we get the pass off, and there's no nothing. So can he make the pass? The catch. Long pass to Owens. 38. And no, that pass will be incomplete. And so now the Bucs will have to kick it away. So they're going to have a 4th and 18 on the Tampa Bay 40. And here comes the punch. All righty. Let's roll some dice here. And pressure comes. No, they'll get the punt off. No penalty. No fumbles. No nothing. So they're going to have a 6. So David Green will kick this away. He'll get a 37-yard kick away. No fair catch. It's going to be Willis. What you talking about, Willis? And so 37 yards from the 40. Is that right? I got it to the 40 minus 2. Oh, no, I got to go backwards here. So it's going to be the 32. So the 32-yard line. So 37 from the 32. So that's going to be 69. So we're going to kick it down to the 31-yard line. And what you're talking about, Willis, is going to get 4 yards on the return. So they'll bring it to the 35-yard line. All righty. So that's where the Vikings will take over. 1st and 10 on the Minnesota 35. If my math is all correct there. Hopefully it is. Yeah, if we punt it from the 32, we got a 37-yard punt away. That's 69 and 31. Yep, this is 100. Yep, that's how a sports time machine taught me how to do that. All right, so let's just wrap this game up here. So let's get out of here, and we're gonna bring back in our slow down the clock chart. We're gonna get a lot of runs here as Minnesota just wants to run this out, but of course we're gonna get a medium pass. Tarkenton doesn't want to sit on this. He wants to come out gunning. Sammy White on the medium pass. Some pressure coming from the Buccaneers. And that's going to be on the quarterback. So it's going to be a 1-4 plus 1 is a 1-5. Nope. They get no pressure. No other adjustments on that pass. So it's going to be a medium pass straight up to Sammy White. And Sammy White medium pass is a 60. And that's going to be caught. Sammy White medium pass. And a 77 is going to be, plus 4. 15 and a half, 19 and a half yards. So Sammy White, 19 and a half yards on the catch. And Minnesota, first down. And that's going to be, so if they're at the 35, 15 is the midfield. 4.5 will be the 45 and a half yard line. So they got the Tampa Bay territory in the 45 and a half yard line. And that's where they'll take over. And they'll continue here with about 5 minutes to go in the game. 7-11. So we're going to go off tackle. Off tackle to Foreman. All righty. Off tackle to Foreman. Well, no adjustments whatsoever. So the off tackle is a 40, and that'll be good for 1.5 yards. All righty. So we're going to just bleed another minute off the clock there and just kind of say that they've running out the time here. And so we're at the Tampa Bay 43-yard line. All right, so what's the play going to be here? 2nd down. And a little over 8. So they're going to go inside run again to Foreman. Inside run to Foreman. He's a 44. No adjustments. And a 44 is 2.5 yards. So the clock's still kind of winding down here. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6 on the Tampa Bay 40.5 yard line. Okay. 3rd and 6. 419. Inside run to Robert Miller. So they're keeping it on the ground, just kind of grinding out the clock. Inside run to Miller. We're going to add 3 to that inside run, which is going to be 44 to 47. And a 47 is going to be 4 yards. Oh, short of the 1st down. So let's see where that puts us now. So we're 3 minutes to go. And 4th and 2 on the Tampa Bay 36.5 yard line. Well, so I think we're going to go for it. I think we're going to go. So let me pull out my chart here. So we're going to go outside run. And let's see who the outside run's going to be. 4. Foreman. Okay. We're going to go outside run to Foreman. And so if we're going outside run, no, there's no punishment here on short yardage here on 4th down. So on 4th and 2, on any run. Okay, sorry, -5. That's like an inside run. On a run's a -5. All right, so Foreman, outside run is 43. -5 is going to be a 38. But we're going to get that 5 back, so it's going to be a 43. And a 43 is, they stack them up. -2. 3.5 -2. 1.5 yards. Oh, he is short, right? 3.5 -2 is 1. He is the Bucks stop him just short. And we can't even measure. So he gets 1.5 yard line and 1.5 yards. And the Buccaneers stop him on 4th down. And the Bucks will take over here with 2:45 to play. 1st and 10. And they'll be at the Tampa Bay 35 yard line. Interesting. So the Vikings are stuffed by the Buccaneers as Foreman gets 1.5 yards, but he comes up short on the measurement. All right, so Buccaneers ball right now. So let's go back to our other chart. All right, so we get run more aggressive. And we have a 5 and a 2. So it's going to be inside run for Lewis Carter. Inside run for Lewis Carter. So an inside run. 50. We're going to add 15 to Carter. So he's going to get a 46 there. And he will, an A. And he will get 14 yards. So Carter busts through. And he will pick up 14 yards. That's a 1st down at the Tampa Bay 49 yard line. So they're at midfield. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. So it's a 2-minute warning here in Minnesota as the snow begins to fly here in this game between the Buccaneers and the Vikings in 1976. And our long game will eventually be coming to an end. The score right now, as I mentioned here, it hasn't changed. It's still 31-7 in favor of the Vikings as we get ready to wrap this up. And I think I'll like I say, have to pull out another coconut little seltzer here and go into the mill and helper and put this in just to see my results. It'd be fun. All right, so we got a 17-17 now. It's going to be a medium pass. And we're going to be looking for Williams. Medium pass to Williams. Here comes the defense. And so we're going to look at the Vikings here. We're going to look at 1 to 12. And, yep, they get some pressure on Spurrier. And at 12, he's going to try to make the pass. So the medium pass to Williams, oh, boy, he's a -5. And then a -15 and 5 is -20. Oh, boy. Medium pass to Williams. It's going to be a 27. And that's going to be, that might be caught. Let's see if they got a hand on it. So where's the P? A deflection. Can they make the deflection? Yeah, so it's going to be incomplete. So the Vikings get a hand on that one and knock it away. And so the Buccaneers now, with 1:45 to play, have it 2nd and 10 at their own 49. And I can just picture them in their white uniforms, all mudded up, after getting beat up by the Vikings here. It would have been a shutout if I didn't have that bomb, So I got a 2nd and 10, 3. That's probably going to be another inside run. Yeah, inside run. And they're going to give it to Carter again. Inside run to Carter here on 2nd and 10. Possible fumble on the bad snap. And no, he's got it. No bad snap. We said inside run is going to be no adjustment at all. So Carter on the inside run, 31, is going to be 2.5 yards. So we're going to say we've got about a minute to go. So we're going to have 2 more plays, and that'll be it. So we got a 3rd down and 7.5. They cross into Minnesota territory, though. And so they will get to the 48.5-yard line. All right, 3rd and 7.5. 8 and a 5. So they're going to go intermediate pass to Moore. Intermediate pass to Moore. No adjustment, no pressure, no nothing on that one. Intermediate pass to Moore is a 57. Incomplete. So we got 45 seconds to go. 4th down. And they're going to go for it. 3rd and 7.5. 4th and 7.5. And they're going to go a medium pass to 10. Moore. All right, one more try. Medium pass to Moore on 4th down. And no penalty on that. Although, you know what I haven't been using? I haven't been using the pressure chart here. There's a modifier here on 4th down for different things. I haven't been using that. I think I'll have to bring that into the game at some point. I'm kind of using my own timing. But there's some modifiers. Again, this game is so deep, you can add as much or little to it as you want. I haven't been using that stuff. But, all right, so we already know what's going to go on here. It's going to be a medium pass to Moore. Here comes the pressure. Vikings are coming, +2. So we have a 1-14. And, yep. Spurrier, running for his life, is going to just try to launch this medium pass to Moore, -15. Moore is a 49, so it's going to be a 34. That'll be incomplete. And that will pretty much do it here. So with 30 seconds to go, Minnesota will just take a knee at their own 48.5-yard line. And that will do it. And there's the gun. All righty. So that's it. It's a wrap here from Minnesota. As we can put everything away here. Final score is 31-7. And I'll do some stats of this game at some point. I'll go into my my little helper here. I'll put some stats in. I got to put in 76 anyway. So yeah, so that is that. So let me get my final score up here. So I can put my banner up and we'll edit that, and that'll be the final. Oh, there it is, 31 to that. And so we will stop the extra camera. We'll it's gonna have me up there for right now, and we'll hide that. And that is that. So yes, that's thanks. Yeah. I'm gonna go, I'll put these into the helper, and I'll post them somewhere. Maybe on Facebook or something. I don't know, Delphi or something. I don't know. It could be kind of fun to see the stats in this. So I'll have to go and fire up the Tom Milne helper and get everything in there. But I do have like I say, 4 quarters of stats. I have every single play. And that's the one thing about when you're playing a full play game, is that when you're playing the full play game, you get everything. You've seen everything in the game, every run, every catch, every pass, every flag. You know, that's the thing, is that there's nothing that you haven't done. You've done it all. And even in the hockey games, I mean, you don't see every single thing in hockey like you do with football here, but if you play a full play hockey game like Apper or Bones or Strata, something like that, you're pretty much seeing every shot, every save, every goal, every penalty, pretty much. So that's what makes it fun. But yeah, so that's my second full game of 49 quick decks, and I know I was a long time tonight just playing the second half. So don't judge this game on my videos as far as like, oh, this game takes way too long. Keep in mind that I'm just enjoying it. I'm taking it in. I'm trying to learn it. I'm trying to get everything right. I am getting faster. There's a few things that are more instantaneous, but there's still a few things I want to go back and check, and just to make sure that I'm doing right, because I just second guess myself when I'm playing new games. And there's a few things that I've missed, or that I could add if I wanted to. But this has been great. This is really, really a lot of fun. It really is. This game is super fun. So I think I'm gonna go now. I'll put this up. I'm gonna probably, if I get a chance later on, I might do some videos on going over the team cards and what to look for, and then maybe the results cards as well, and just kind of go over them and show you, what each thing kind of does, and to give you an idea, what you're looking at. So maybe I'll do that either today or tomorrow or this week or something. But I'll be back with more of this. I'll have to print out some of the new seasons I got and play some of the newer teams. But this was fun. So again, the final score, it's the Vikings 31 and the Buccaneers 7 from snowy Minnesota in 1976. And I want to thank everybody that tuned in and kind of hung around. It's been kind of following me on this journey here of learning this game. And it's been a lot of fun for me. And I hope, hopefully, that if you haven't got the game, you can give the game a try. It is super fun to play. I mean, I love the looks of these cards. These cards are great. They're full color. They fit well in your hand. They feel like a playing card. And it's just fun. It's fun learning this game and playing it out. And I've had so much fun. So anyway, I'm Dave from Studio B. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.